from venerable Prouty Gymnasium on the campus of Princeton High School tonight, high school basketball. Hi everybody, Rick Sipovic, Pat Chenault with you tonight. And the Kewanee Boilers are in town, Pat, and this shapes up to be, I think, a pretty interesting ball game. Two teams that kind of mirror each other in what they really like to do.
Absolutely. This is basically a must-win for Princeton. You know, them being 7-8 at home in the big conference game, they got to take care of this one. But it's not going to be no easy task.
No, it really won't be. And if you're wondering why we're on the air at this when we are, it's because the game times have been moved up, and a lot of the area games, a lot of girls' games times have been moved up. This is really one of the few boys' games that's even being played this evening. And this one moved up from 7 o'clock to 5:30 as your tip-off, so we're here early to cover it here. Yeah, there's something coming from the west, and I'm not sure what it might be. I'm thinking it's not a tsunami, and it's probably not a thunderstorm or a tornado or anything else that has anything to do with warm weather. No, big storm apparently brewing coming from the Quad City area towards the Illinois Valley, and so we're trying to get this game in early for you, and it should be well worth the wait. Our keys to the ball game tonight are brought to us by Illinois Valley Credit Union in Peru and Princeton. Become a member today and unlock all the financial services IVCU has to offer. We're going to work in one break, and we'll come back with the keys to the ball game after this on 103.9 WLPO.
Hey there, Princeton Tiger fans. If you're in search of the absolute best meats in the area, look no further than Wyanett Meat Locker. Not only do they proudly support Princeton Tiger basketball, but they also offer a mouth-watering selection of steak boxes, roasts, pork chops, sausage, chicken, and more. And here's the kicker. They even have specialty sausage and cheese boxes, perfect for hosting the big game next month. Wyanett Meat Locker is your go-to spot for top-quality, flavorful meats. Swing by their full-service meat counter or check out WyanetLocker.com for more information. Go Tigers!
Improve the appearance and value of your home with new replacement windows and doors from Coolmaster. Stop in now and ask about Coolmaster's selection of Energy Star rated windows and doors. They'll help you reduce your energy consumption year-round. Invest in your biggest investment with help from Coolmaster. For a free estimate, call or visit the Suarez family at Coolmaster. They've been serving the Illinois Valley for more than 60 years on 2nd Street in downtown LaSalle. Coolmaster, the area's leader in window and door replacement.
Stick around for more great rock after the game on 103.9 WLPO. Starved Rock News, talk, and classic rock.
Rick and Pat back at Prouty Gym in Princeton, about 10 minutes away from the start of this ball game between the Kewanee Boilermakers, who are in town making the trip down Interstate 80 to get here this late afternoon, and the Princeton Tigers, of course, right here in town. Keys to the ball game brought to us by Illinois Valley Credit Union. Pat, as far as these teams are concerned, and I think Princeton, we'll talk about them first. As far as that part of it's concerned, they've got to get themselves going offensively. They've really struggled to score of late.
Absolutely, but first of all, they got to handle the press and the pressure that Kewanee's going to put on them. Kewanee loves the press. They love to fly around. So that's going to be the first thing that Princeton has to take care of, and take care of the ball. Second of all, is Laporte's got to have a big game. I mean, he's got to have a big game. Reinhardt's going to have a big game. And I look at the dark horse as Lawson. He's got to step it up tonight.
Yeah, and Daniel Sousa has also shown some sparks offensively as far as that part of it's concerned too. So that is an issue as far as the Princeton Tigers are concerned as well. As far as Kewanee's concerned, we didn't talk too much about the records, Pat. Princeton at 7-8 rather, 3-1 in the Three Rivers Conference, but the Boilermakers are 11-5. They're a perfect 2-0 in conference play, so they've got a lot of conference games still to come. Do the Kewanee Boilermakers. Offensively, Princeton averaging 52.7 a game, giving up 53.7. So they're kind of reflected in that 7-8 record that they've got. Kewanee, on the other hand, averages 56.2 per contest and gives up just 49.5 on the defensive end. So defensively, they've been able to clamp it down. I think you said it very well. They want to get out. They want to pressure the basketball. They like to turn you over and get out in transition. If they don't do that, they're going to shoot the 3 ball. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely. They're not a big team, Kewanee. But the flip side, can they stop Laporte? They really don't have anybody that can stop Laporte. So, I mean, that's what's going to be interesting, and see how Princeton uses that, and then how Kewanee's going to defend that.
I watched quite a bit of game film, actually, on Kewanee, and I wanted to learn a little bit more what they were about, Pat. And as far as that's concerned, Brady Clark's the guy that leads them.
Yep.
He's been kind of their leader throughout, and I believe he's the coach's son as well. So as far as that part is concerned, versus Reed Custer on Saturday night, which a game that Kewanee won pretty easily, 59-38. Clark had 22. Blaze Lewis, who isn't even starting in this ball game, is starting in this ball game, had 11, and that was at the Rock Falls Shootout on Saturday afternoon. Friday night, though, it was a great ball game between Kewanee and Bureau Valley, won by Kewanee 68-59. Clark had 30 in that one. And Cottrell Reed, who's coming off the bench in this game, had 15. And they, as we said, they are 2-0 in conference play. We're going to work in one more break, and when we come back, we'll have some national anthem activity for you. We'll also go through the schedule of games. In fact, why don't we just go through the schedule of games as far on the girls' side? I think only one other boys' game, right?
Yeah, we're not even sure some of the start times on these games, but Marquette is at St. Bede.
He's on this is in girls basketball.
Yes. Yeah. Tremont is at Flanagan, Cornell, Woodland. Streeter's at Wilmington. Henry's at Seneca, and Bureau Valley's at Hull. I do know that one's starting at 6 o'clock, and I believe the Marquette St. Bede one's at 5:30 or 6. Then boys, we have Serena at Streeter Woodland.
That's a long trip. I'm guessing most of these games will get in if they're starting them early. But the return trip on a few of them might be a little hairy,
and then
including this one.
Yeah, and then the big game tonight's the football game, the national championship.
Is there a game tonight?
I think Washington's playing. I'm not sure who they're playing, but
wouldn't be those Wolverines, would it, by any chance? I believe Michigan is a 4 or 4.5 point favorite.
4.5 point favorite.
Last time I saw, I think that's going to be a great football game, and I think there's going to be some points scored, and be interesting to see how this one comes out.
They might score more points than Michigan State's basketball team last night, but I won't rub that one in. Zip,
ouch.
Okay?
You did have to bring
nice
that one up. Yeah, that's a first. Now Spartans are been on a roller coaster all season long, and so, kind of Northwestern has of late too.
Absolutely.
But Northwestern looked great last night, I thought, shooting the 3, and Boo Booey set the table for a lot of his teammates in that ball game, and interesting to see how the season plays out. Northwestern seems to be a totally different team at home, though, I'll tell you.
They absolutely do, and I was texting the coaches today, and they were surprised, but they got something out of Ty Berry, and if you look at Northwestern, when they get something out of Ty Berry, they are successful. When they don't get anything out of Ty Berry, they lose.
Yeah. Pretty succinct as far as that part of it's concerned. And, you looked at that game last night, too, and you thought, oh, Northwestern just got drubbed by Illinois in Champaign a few days ago. And Michigan State had been playing very well since their early slow start. Mm-hmm. And you thought, oh, this on paper doesn't look so good for the Wildcats, and it was just the opposite. And that Big Ten Conference has kind of been like that all season long, haven't they?
It really has.
Not a big crowd out here tonight as far as that's concerned. They're starting to fill in a little bit now, but if you didn't have the Princeton band playing over there, you wouldn't have much noise in here at all tonight.
There's not too many Kewanee fans here, but we also got to remember in the other gym behind us is a sophomore game being played. Usually you have those sophomore parents and players here for this game, and now they're in another gym playing their own game.
Exactly. So we'll see if we can get some results on that one if it's done before we are in here, but should be running pretty close to the same. And again, the reason they're doing that, they're playing in the auxiliary gym just so they can get out of here and get it back on the road to get home safely, because the weather is approaching from the west, and that's where the Boilers have to go as far as going home tonight. But we'll see how that works out. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups, the national anthem, and more for you right here on 103.9 WLPO.
State Bank, we understand the importance of peace of mind when it comes to finances. This is Jan, and at First State Bank, we offer you safe and secure banking solutions backed by the FDIC, ensuring your deposits are protected up to the maximum limit. Large cash balances can also be covered through our CEDARS and ICS service. Just ask us how. As a community bank, we believe in the power of local decisions and serving our communities with personalized services. Visit us at any of our locations or online at firststatebank.biz and let us give you the peace of mind that comes with banking with First State Bank. Member FDIC.
Why have thousands of homeowners come to SITK since 1989 for their kitchen and bath projects? It's pretty simple. Talented design help, great showroom ideas, and competitive pricing. When you visit the SITK Design Showroom, you'll see amazing displays where you can touch the real thing, coordinate materials, and select the perfect design for your kitchen or bath.
Why don't you stop in and see us, and let's imagine together at Someone's in the Kitchen.
SITK Kitchen and Bath in Princeton.
On your radio, on your mobile, and your smart speaker, too. Starved Rock Local, 1039 WLPO.
Rick and Pat back at Princeton High School. Want to remind you, we brought you the schedule of games for tonight. Our scoreboard updates all the evening long will be brought to us by SITK Kitchen and Bath. Make this the year you update the inside of your home. Sit down with the SITK design team and imagine together. Find out more at somekitchen.com. Don't forget, we have 3-point sponsor in this game as well, and that is In-Home Healthcare Connection and IHCC Hospice, providing home health, hospice, and caregiver services. Locally owned, In-Home Healthcare Connection and IHCC Hospice is here for you. Find out more at ihcc.com. I think we're going to have our national anthem coming up. We'll try and pick that up for you. And right after that, looks like there's a choral group that's going to be singing our national anthem. It's going to be tough for us to pick it up. We'll do our best to do that for you and see what we can do as far as that part of it is concerned.
Nothing more and nothing less. Please join us in upholding the principles of good sportsmanship, no matter what your personal loyalties may be. Good luck to each player, and may the best team win. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please stand. Welcome the Princeton High School Star Spangled Singers to center court as we honor America with the presentation of our national anthem.
So proudly we hailed that twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The Star-Spangled Singers presenting the national anthem for you here tonight at Princeton High School. Want to remember, we also will have the player of the game for you this evening, courtesy of First State Bank. The halftime sponsor is McDonald's of Princeton, and Princeton Chevy GMC will have the second half adjustment for us. Have to remember that Reinhardt changed numbers on us the last time that we saw him, and he's wearing number 40 now. Josh Reinhardt's wearing 40 instead of the 14 that he once had on. Here's the starting lineup. First for the Boilers of Kewanee, the visiting team. Blaze Lewis, a junior, will be one of the starters. Braden Conley, a 6'2", 180 junior, also in the starting lineup. Colson Welgott, 5'9", 125, and a junior. Brady Clark, a 6'3", 190 senior, and Blake Johnson also in the starting lineup tonight. For the Princeton Tigers, they go to a lineup that looks like this. Court Lawson will be the starting point guard tonight. He's a senior, averaging 7.4 a game and 4.8 assists per contest. Tyson Phillips, a senior, also will start tonight. 23 is Noah Laporte. Laporte, 6'7", and a junior, averages 22 a game, 8.7 rebounds, and a couple assists to go on top of that. Daniel Sousa is in the starting lineup. Another senior, 8.9 points a game and 4.7 rebounds per contest. And Jordan Reinhardt, the junior, averages 13.1 a game, 4 rebounds, and 1.5 assists per ball game for Coach Jason Smith. And the Tigers, who come in with a record of 7-8, 3-1 in the conference play, while Kewanee comes in 11-5. They're 2-0 in Three Rivers Conference play. Ball ready to go into the air. Laporte steps in, and Blake Johnston, good luck getting the tip on this one.
Yeah.
They kind of just gave that one up. Johnston probably maybe about 5'9" or 10 maybe.
Straight man-to-man by Kewanee.
And Laporte easily controlled it. Here's Princeton trying to lob inside to Laporte. He's got it, muscles it up, in, count it, and he's fouled. Good start by the Tigers as they immediately go inside, and we talked about this too, Pat. This is a mismatch. Kewanee really doesn't have anybody to match up with.
No, that's what we said. A big advantage for Princeton was going to be their inside game.
That foul was on Braden Conley.
That wasn't pretty. It was an air ball.
Air ball on the free throw attempt. Wow. Normally Laporte's a pretty decent free throw shooter too. But 2-0 Princeton here in the very early going from Princeton High School. Kewanee with the basketball here on the dribble drive. Good look underneath, reversing it up, shot no good. Oh, excuse me, did go in by Brady Clark, I believe that was. 24. Clark.
That was by Johnston.
Oh, it was 35, not 24. Okay. So we're kind of stuck up here in the corner, and I don't think they gave him a basket, Pat. Laporte comes back the other way with a slam. And it's 4-0. That one did not go in down there, I don't believe.
It did.
Oh, now they did. Okay. It took them a long time to get that basket up on the floor. Now a step-through move by Brady Clark, no good. And as he goes for the steal, he ended up kicking the ball, and it'll go back to Princeton here. He's very active. He likes to go for the steal and gets those runouts. That's a lot of where his scoring comes from. He'll also be glad to shoot the three ball. 4-2 Princeton here in the early going, 7-12 for the first quarter. Princeton with the basketball here, backdoor cut. Here's Laporte, open again, lays it in. He's got all 6 of Princeton's points.
He's very active right now.
Yeah, he just faked that to going to the outside and then just ran the baseline, and they hit him right on the numbers.
He's got to have a big game in order for Princeton to get the win.
6:49 for the first quarter, 6-2 Princeton. Outside shot, three ball, way short that time. Fought for the rebound, though. That was Clark, and he's able to come up with it from the outside. Long three ball again, no good this time. And chased down on the far side. I think it went off the hands of
Kewanee ball.
Yeah, I think that Laporte hit it last. Inbound play coming here. Get inbound to Clark. Clark has Lawson on him. Now they're having some trouble with the clock, I think.
Kewanee's coach was not happy with that stoppage of play.
Well, they couldn't get the clock to start. Let's see if they can get it to go now. Still isn't going. Now they finally did. It finally went. Took a while. Here's Clark way outside. He's got Lawson on him. Goes to the free throw line area. Nearly lost it. Throws it up there wildly. Shot no good. Rebound Laporte for Princeton. He'll bring it ahead himself. In traffic. Takes it inside. His shot's partially blocked, but he's going to go back to the free throw line here. That might be on Blake Johnston again.
Yeah, Johnson's that'd be his first. The other person that's got the foul is Corley.
Okay. So Laporte, who missed a free throw earlier, goes right back to the line, and this one's very hard off the back of the iron. He'll get one more. 6-2 Princeton, 6:08 for the first quarter. Second toss is in the air, and it rims off. So a hat trick for Laporte from the free throw line so far. He's 0 for 3.
And he's 3 for 3 from the field.
Yeah. And now a reach-in foul is going to be called on Tyson Phillips for Princeton, as he just got his hand caught in the cookie jar there. Out of bounds play coming here for the Boilers right in front of the Princeton bench. Shoot a pass into the backcourt. That's Colson Welgott with it. Swing it over to Braden Conley. Back to Blaze Lewis.
Princeton's doing a much better job defensively.
And you say that, and Phillips comes up with the steal. Good quick hands by Phillips. Here's Lawson, drives the baseline. He's cut off. Now continues to go. Throws a tough pass at the feet of Reinhardt and out of bounds. He got up in the air, didn't know where he wanted to go with the ball.
That's the toughest playing basketball when you do that, when you go up in the air like that.
Especially when you're on the baseline like that, where you're cut off.
You got to get a second to decide where you're going to throw it.
There's Clark with it. Nearly lost it and gets it over to Colson Welgott. Into the lane, a shot forced up by Blaze Lewis, but he's going to go to the free throw line as the reach-in foul called against the Tigers here.
Reinhardt.
They called it on Reinhardt. That's his first.
That'll be a tough matchup right there for Princeton.
Yeah. So Lewis will go to the line to shoot a couple here. But each team with 2 team fouls here in the first quarter.
Yes.
First free throw is good by Lewis. Blaze Lewis, the junior. One more coming here. And it's good. So Kewanee cuts the Princeton lead in half. It's 6-4 now in favor of the Tigers.
That looks like a 1-3-1 zone right now for Kewanee.
Yep, giving them a little different look.
Yep.
Now from the outside, Reinhardt open for 3. No. Look at Laporte go after the rebound. Good shovel pass inside. Gets the return. Shoots the 3 ball. It's a wild one. Picked up by Sousa down there. He kicks it to the outside to Reinhardt. Back to Laporte. Into a double team, and they call an offensive foul. And I think he traveled before he ever got to that
I would agree with that.
The official anticipated something that didn't happen. First foul on Laporte is the 3rd against Princeton. Player control, so Kewanee gets the basketball here.
That's 3 fouls already on Princeton with the new rule at the 5.
And there's Clark driving the baseline, lays it in with the left hand to tie the game at 6.
Very close to almost basket interference by Laporte.
And it's been a while now since Princeton has scored.
Yep.
They scored all 6 of their points probably in the first minute and a half. Here's Phillips open for 3. Shot no. Rimming, and the ball tipped out of bounds off the hands of Reinhardt and back to the Boilers.
The one adjustment I would do on this 1-3-1 is Laporte's playing at the free throw line. That's where they're heavy. You put him down low, they can't guard him on the block.
Kewanee with the ball here. Here's Clark on the right-handed dribble. Spin move against Laporte. Forces it up anyway and can't get it to go. And Laporte finally seals for the rebound. Brings it ahead in transition to Lawson. Kick it to the outside now to Reinhardt to Laporte. Laporte looks underneath to Sousa. He rolls it up there. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled and he'll go to the line here to shoot a couple.
That was interesting. The back referee behind called it. The front referee didn't call it.
He called the personal foul on Colson Welgott for Kewanee. His first free throw is good.
That's Sousa's first point.
Cantrell Reed, a super sub for Kewanee, in off the bench for the first time. Left-handed shooter and quick as can be. Second free throw, no good by Sousa, so the Princeton lead remains at 1, 7-6. 3:44 remaining here in the first quarter.
Princeton's 1 for 5 from the free throw line.
Here's the guy we just talked about, Cantrell Reed. Gives it up now. He's got the return pass. Left-handed three-point shooter, pops in and out. And another board for Laporte. He's everywhere. Bring it ahead to Lawson. Between his legs, now behind his back on the dribble. Rises from 12 and knocks it down from the paint.
That's something they need right there, that
exactly.
mid-range shot out of Lawson.
First points for him of the night, and the Princeton lead back out to 3, 9-6, 3:10 until the end of the first. Outside with it is Devontae Jordan, I believe. Is he in the ball game now? Is number 1 in there? Yes, he is. And now the ball turned over by Kewanee. Nice play by Sousa to come in and make the recovery, and here's Lawson with it.
Now they move Lawson down. See, that's where he's open.
Laporte, yeah, he's down
Laporte, sorry.
Yeah, he's got a smaller man in front of him. It looks like he's set up for a lob. Ball knocked out of bounds, goes back to Princeton here. For Kewanee, Cashem Ellerbrock, number 30, 6'4", 200. A little more beef to match up against Laporte down low.
Now Kewanee went back to man-to-man.
Here's Phillips with it, now gives it up to Laporte, who pops out way to the top of the circle. Get it to Lawson on the left-handed dribble, resets the offense, now gets it to Phillips between the rings. Bounce pass comes back to Lawson, look to Laporte, nearly threw it away, and finally goes out of bounds, and I'm not sure who touched it last.
Turnover, it's going to Kewanee.
Official wasn't even sure, he didn't signal right away.
No. He looked for help, there was no help, and then he just put his hand towards favorite Kewanee.
Exactly. So turnover Princeton, they lead it by 1, 9-8, 2:10 for the first quarter here at Prouty Gym in Princeton. Way out front now is Cottrell Reed. Beats his man for a moment, now shovels a pass back to the left side, and the ball thrown away. It looked like Clark who had it, and then Lawson takes it in transition and takes it in and lays it in. He's got 4, and the lead for Princeton back out to 3 here. Minute 40 to go here in quarter 1. 11-8 your score. Here's Clark, loses the ball for a moment. Now launches a pass to the far side. 3 ball is in the air. Book that one. That was Cashen Ellerbrock, number 30. A quick timeout taken, I believe.
Yeah, with that 3
I think that was taken by Kewanee, actually.
Yes, it was. Quick timeout by Kewanee. Makes the score 11-9 right
Yeah,
now.
11-9. We have to kind of lean out to be able to see the scoreboard from our perch here in the corner of the gym at Prouty. By our 3 balls, by the way, on tonight's ball game are brought to us by In-Home Healthcare Connection and IHCC Hospice, providing home health, hospice, and caregiver services. 11-9, Tigers, they have the basketball. We're a minute and 20 to go here until the end of the first quarter. Reinhardt way out front with it. Get
now
it
they're
over
in
to
a 2-3 zone.
Yep, Landon Rourke in the ball game now for Princeton, and Lawson just lost it.
That's 4 turnovers on Princeton.
Yep, he just lost the dribble and wasn't able to do much of anything with it. So Kewanee can tie it with a 2, take the lead with a 3 here as we tick towards the 1-minute mark for the game's first quarter. With it on the outside, that's Blaze Lewis, number 4. Now Clark in transition. Down to the baseline, couldn't get it to go. In fact, he just flipped it all the way over the top of the rim. Here's Laporte.
Almost a travel.
Scoops it up there, can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. What a mammoth effort that time by Laporte. He's just bigger and stronger. Wanted that one a little bit more than everybody else.
He's got 8 of the 13.
13-9 Tigers. Long 3 ball is no good from the outside by Clark, and Laporte had the rebound. And now, what they do, call a reach-in foul?
A foul on Kewanee.
Yeah.
On number 1.
The foul is on Devontae Jordan. His first. That is what, team foul number 4, I believe. So not a bonus yet here in the first quarter. See if Princeton spreads it and tries to work for 1. They normally do.
Now they're going to a 1-3-1. They keep on switching it up.
Yep. Evan Driscoll, number 22 in the ball game now for Princeton. He's running the baseline. Nobody was near him there for a while. We're down to 10 seconds for the quarter. Here's Laporte on the baseline, and he looked
offensive.
Like I don't know how you can call that.
That's 2 on Laporte. That's a huge
That's
call.
Not a good call there. Cottrell Reed had his feet out there, and Laporte tried to go past him, and he tripped and fell, and Reed fell down, and so did Laporte. I don't know how you call that one.
No, that's a terrible call.
In fact, both calls against Laporte have been pretty tough. So Kewanee, with just a couple seconds to go, downrange.
And they called the foul there.
And I think that was the 5th foul, wasn't it?
It's the 5th, yes.
Wow. They called that. Who'd they call that personal on? They called it on Reinhardt. That's his second.
Yep.
And so this is a 2-shot opportunity coming up here for Blaze Lewis right at the end of the first quarter. I don't think anybody expected that. Free throw, no good. He'll get one more. What's the old saying, Pat? The ball doesn't lie?
You're right.
Second free throw does go in. So we've reached the end of the first quarter here in Princeton, and the Tigers have led it pretty much all the way. They lead it here at the end of the first quarter by a score of 13-10 against Kewanee. We're back after this timeout.
Are you an 8th grade student or the parent of an 8th grader? Then Marquette Academy has an amazing opportunity for you. Hi, this is Mindy McConaughey, Admissions Director. We're giving away a full and half-year tuition to 2 lucky incoming freshmen. Join us Wednesday, January 10th for our annual high school open house at 6:30 p.m. There will be an activity fair with athletics, clubs, and organizations, plus guided tours. Find out about scholarships and meet the Crusader family Wednesday, January 10th, starting at 6:30 p.m. at Marquette Academy High School Open House.
Are you tired of asking mom and dad for money? Well, so are they. McDonald's in Spring Valley, Princeton, and Mendota have immediate openings for both full and part-time positions on all shifts. Plus, with Archways to Opportunity, McDonald's can help you succeed by earning your high school diploma, working toward college, or improving your English skills. Apply in person at the Spring Valley McDonald's on Route 6 in front of Hall High School, the Princeton McDonald's on North Main just off I-80, or the Mendota McDonald's. And be sure to try one of their new crispy chicken sandwiches. Locally owned and operated, McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer.
Tickets to the game and wherever you go. Download the free 1039 WLPO app today.
Start the second quarter. Kewanee has the basketball, and Cottrell Reed is able to get inside and lay it in to cut the Princeton lead to just a single digit now. 13-12 Princeton, just underway here in the second quarter. Laporte, though, on the bench right now. Well, no, yeah, he still is on the bench.
Well, him and Reinhardt both are with 2 fouls.
So that's the bulk of their offense. There's Lawson driving inside, just a little bit too strong with that one. And now Kewanee has a chance to take the lead back. And here's Reed with a stutter step move right down the middle of the lane. He laid it in with the left hand.
The question comes in, where is Princeton going to get their scoring from right now?
Exactly. Sousa's the next biggest scorer on the floor, and they're going to call a travel on Phillips. He actually got the hoop to go in, took some contact, and
he traveled.
But he did travel with it. 14-13 Kewanee. It's the first time they've had the ball in the lead in the game. That's Blaze Lewis, number 4, with the basketball right there. Bounce pass comes across. That's Reed again on the left-handed dribble. He just traveled with it. Must have been a little damp spot in the middle of the paint there, and he just lost his footing and ended up traveling.
I thought it looked like your dance steps there.
No, I would have fallen down altogether.
Well, that's what we were thinking, but we didn't say they did, we might.
There's Lawson with the ball for the Tigers. They really need him to take control. He takes it inside, takes it up, lays it up, no. Puts it back up, no, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot a couple here.
He's been more aggressive tonight than I've seen him in the past.
Well, now he has to be.
Right.
There's not a lot of offensive alternatives there.
And if you're Kewanee right now, you're thinking, we got to go.
Yep.
We got to get moving.
Free throw by Lawson is good. That foul was on Cashin Ellerbrock, his first of the second quarter against Kewanee here. Lawson will get one more free throw. He has 5 points so far. Free throws in the air and rolls all the way around and out. And Ellerbrock gets the rebound for Kewanee. And they just go right back into that motion offense, and that usually means Cottrell Reed's going to drive someplace. If not him, it'll be Clark, and Clark just got away with a travel. And then the foul called against Phillips. Wow.
That was a 50-50 call, and it went against Princeton right there, just like you said.
Like there's been about 4 key calls in this game so far, and not pointing fingers, but I don't think Princeton has had the edge on any of them. Free throw rolls in.
Clark, he's got 3 points on the night.
1 point lead for Kewanee.
I'm sure if you're Kewanee right now, you're going to definitely press them, I would think.
You would think,
no,
but no, they're not. Both free throws are good. 2 point lead for the Boilers. Lawson way outside. He's got Clark on him. Gets a screen from Sousa. Now the outside shot is an air ball thrown up there from the outside, and that's what happens when you're deep into your bench. That was Koenig, I believe, number 5.
Yes,
was
it was.
in there. Threw up the air ball. 2 point Kewanee lead, and ball's tipped out of bounds off the hand of Phillips, I believe. (16-14) the score. 5:50 remaining here in the first half. Inside shot forced up and in. And that was Clark again.
When Clark gets the ball, he wants to do one thing. He's attacking the basket.
Yeah, he
every
wants
time.
to drive. He's got 6 now. The Kewanee lead is 4. You wonder how long Coach Smith's going to be able to stay with this lineup out there. Now laying it up and in. Nice move. Landon Rourke.
Well, right now you're only down 2 points, so you got to be pretty happy.
Yeah, if you can stick around for a while, but if Kewanee starts lengthening out that lead, you almost have to bring Laporte and Reinhardt back in.
The problem is right now
there's nobody stopping the inside game of Kewanee. That's Ellerbrock again, who just drives in and puts it in without any contest there.
Not much defense right now by Princeton.
5 now for Ellerbrock. 20-16. Tigers trailing
by
here.
Phillips.
That's right. Way out front now is Lawson, looking for a screen. Now waves his own guy away and says, "Let me go, see if I can create something here." And Lawson nearly loses the ball, has to run back outside and pick it up. Now he rises from just inside the free throw line and gets a friendly roll.
He's got 7 points on the night.
Leading scorer in the game, I think, for Princeton.
Yes, he
even
is.
more than Laporte had when he was in there.
No, actually, Laporte has 8.
Okay. So there's 15 of the 18 Princeton points. They're down by 2 right here. Here's Jordan as he tries to go inside. He travels with the basketball.
It's a very late call by the referee.
Yeah.
He blew the whistle, but you didn't know what he was going to call.
For Princeton, Liam Swearingen, number 20, in for the first time. Coach Smith having to go pretty deep into the bench. Also 32, Jaden Fulkerson, a junior, into the ball game.
You're going to run the same play.
Yeah, you gotta buy some minutes right now if you're Jason Smith, and he doesn't mind the slower pace.
No, I'm
sure.
surprised Clark's coming out and guarding him.
Yeah, I am too.
Lawson wants to do that. Try beating blow by him. I'd stay away from him.
Left it short, got his own rebound, puts it up in the middle of the paint, can't get it to go. And a rebound taken down by one of the smallest guys on the floor, Cottrell Reed. He'll bring it ahead himself. Skips through traffic to the outside. Ellerbrock open for 3. Book it. Off the bench. Cashin. Ellerbrock is cashed in. He has 8.
He's got 8. So they're getting some scoring from somebody not expected, you know.
Exactly.
And Clark's only got 6, but I'm not saying he can't go off yet.
Princeton down by 5. This is the biggest lead that Kewanee's had in the game so far. There's Lawson again, and he's been the bulk of the offense for Princeton here in the first half. But Sousa open for a moment. He says, "I'll take this 3," and he buries it. And boy, they need that.
That's big right there, especially like you said with the foul trouble that Princeton has.
Sousa now with 4, and a foul is going to be called on, maybe on Sousa.
Yeah, it could be him or
Lawson, one of the two. They were both there. It's Sousa, I believe.
Yeah.
His first, second on Princeton as a team. I thought this would be a shooting foul, tell you the truth. Junior Murray for the first time in for Kewanee. They run a lot of players into the game.
Both teams have been.
Yeah, Princeton has been out of necessity with foul difficulty. Inside, Clark gets himself free and lays it in.
He's got 8 on the night.
25-21. Boilermakers were down to 2:45 for the first half. Here's Murray in traffic, takes it up. He's hammered. He'll go to the free throw line and shoot a couple here. Chance to bring his team back within a couple of points if he makes both.
I think if you're Princeton right now, you have to be pretty happy where you are. You're only down 4 points. You're shooting 2 free throws. Then your top 2 players are on the bench.
Blaze Lewis got the personal. That was his first. Free throw by Phillips is good. He'll get one more. He saw a lot of action last season as about the 7th or 8th man for Princeton. Second free throw, no good. Look at Sousa go inside for the rebound and put it up and in. Nobody blocked him out, and he muscles it in to bring Princeton back within a single point.
He's got 5 of the last 6 points, Sousa does.
2:30 to go here in the first half. Here's Clark again, beats everybody and lays it in. There's no answer for him right now
either.
either.
A real good job on their help side.
No, they are not.
They're beating the first guy, and there's nobody there for the second guy to get help.
Boilers lead back out to 3 again here. Here's Swearingen in traffic, lays it up too hard. And a held ball. And Princeton has the arrow here. Nice job by Lawson, I believe, who was in there. No, excuse me, that was Phillips.
Phillips.
Who was in there and tied up the rebounder over there for Kewanee. So inbound play coming here for Court Lawson to do the honors for the Tigers. Still looking, finally gets it inbound to Sousa. Lob to Swearingen, spin move, baseline shot, no good. Sousa fights for the rebound again, and this time it's going to go to Kewanee. There's the tie up again.
Very close to Sousa getting a foul there because he was over the back. Basically.
Yeah, they kind of drug him over the top as they both had the ball together to start with, and then he was drugged down by the Kewanee player. You know, you go games and games without seeing any held balls. We've seen 2 in the last 20 seconds. And a reach-in foul is going to be called against Princeton here. I think it's on Fulkerson.
His first.
Tiger foul number 32, Jaden Fulkerson. Lincoln Rourke returns for.
Rourke back in for Princeton. And Princeton's got a long way with their 2 leading scorers on the bench.
They have. Like I said, I don't think they're in bad shape right now.
Down by 3 and a 5-second count. Kenny Wilcox, the official down there, had it all the way. And another turnover against Kewanee. 3-point lead for the Boilers over Princeton with 1:56 remaining. And here comes Reinhardt back in with the 2 fouls. Maybe they're going to play a little offense-defense with him. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. It's funny that Laporte's still sitting.
Yeah. Here's Reinhardt with the ball outside the arc on the left side. Still has it, drives to the baseline, forces up in traffic, and it goes in anyway. That was a tough shot.
It was. That's his first 2 of the game.
And Princeton back within 1. 1.5 to go in the half. There's Ellerbrock again. This time he's cut off by Sousa. To the outside is Clark. Wants to go inside. Shot rejected. A nice play by Landon Rourke, who's given Princeton a little boost here off the bench.
He really has.
He's got a basket, but he's also made a couple of pretty good defensive plays. Phillips back in, and they are playing offense-defense with as Reinhardt goes out. Inbound play comes to Clark. Down low, they slap it away from him. He's just trying to play one-on-one basketball. And here's Lawson into a crowd. Now outside Sousa, open for 3, and he gets another. Some sweet music for Sousa tonight as he's marching to some 9 points.
It's the leading score right now for Princeton.
29-27 right now as the Tigers have taken the lead, and the ball turned over again as Kewanee's kind of coming apart.
Absolutely.
Now a reach-in foul is going to be called in the back court. That won't put them at the line for the bonus. They called that personal foul on Clark. 45.5 seconds remaining in the half. 2-point Princeton lead. Next foul against Kewanee will put Princeton at the line
from Lawson
for the bonus.
I'm going to the basket. Just put the pressure on them.
I think I just stay out here and see if I can just dribble this out and go for the last shot. But the way things have gone.
They got 4 fouls, so if you penetrate and they foul you, you're on the line.
Yep.
Like right there. It was very close.
Reinhardt just takes it right back outside. They give it to Phillips. Phillips between his legs on the dribble. Now hands it back over to Lawson. We're down to 13 seconds for the half. 29-27 Tigers. We're down to 7. Here's Lawson again. Open for a moment. Banks it off the glass. Can't get it to go. And that's going to do it for the first half as Kewanee got the rebound but couldn't get a shot away. Pretty nice effort by Princeton here in the first half as they lead it by 2 with guys in foul difficulty. They're doing what they can to hang in this one. 29-27 Tigers. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after this. Timeout.
Score big savings at Princeton Chevy GMC, where slam dunk deals are their specialty. Drive home in a winning ride that'll make you feel like an MVP. Fast brakes, fast approvals. Princeton Chevy GMC's team will assist you every step of the way. Your dream car is just a 3-pointer away. At Princeton Chevy GMC, your proud supporter of high school basketball, their newly remodeled showroom is your court for finding the perfect ride. Slam dunk deals, hometown pride, and a winning lineup await you. Score big and drive local at Princeton Chevy GMC, where community and quality meet on the road.
This is where you go when you need to know. 103.9 WLPO. Starved Rock News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
I'm hungry. Why have thousands of homeowners come to SITK since 1989 for their kitchen and bath projects? It's pretty simple. Talented design help, great showroom ideas, and competitive pricing. When you visit the SITK Design Showroom, you'll see amazing displays where you can touch the real thing, coordinate materials, and select the perfect design for your kitchen or bath.
Why don't you stop in and see us, and let's imagine together at Someone's in the Kitchen.
SITK Kitchen and Bath in Princeton.
With everything that's been going on locally with healthcare, wouldn't it be nice to have someone you can count on to be there for your loved one? You can count on In-Home Care Connection. If you have a loved one that you're caring for at home or are in need of hospice care, In-Home Care Connection is just that, a connection that can give you peace of mind when you need it most. If you need home health, caregiver, or hospice services, call In-Home Care Connection, serving the Illinois Valley and Bureau Valley communities, or check out their website, ihcc.care.
Ever feel your financial company is more about them than you? More focused on profits than customer service? That is not the case at the Illinois Valley Credit Union. At IVCU, the focus is on you. Illinois Valley Credit Union is in the business of helping you realize your dreams with low-interest loans that best match your financial needs. Get the lowest rate when you finance or refi your car, motorcycle, or RV with IVCU. If you live, work, or worship in LaSalle, Bureau, or Putnam counties, you can become an IVCU member. See more at IVCU.com with the emphasis on you. IVCU member NCUA.
These are a couple of great teams, but the real super groups like AC/DC, Def Leppard, and Journey play after the game. 103.9 WLPO. Starved Rock News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
Rick Sipovic, Pat Chenote back at the home of the Princeton Tigers here at halftime. The Tigers doing a pretty good job of hanging in there as Laporte and Reinhardt both work themselves into foul difficulties early, and the Tigers are still able to hold on to a halftime lead against the highly thought of Kewanee Boilermakers. 29-27 your score here at halftime. As far as the Tigers are concerned, they're being led in scoring by Noah Laporte, who has 8 points. 9 points also, though, by Daniel Sousa. And those are the two biggest ones for the Tigers. Also in getting into the scoring column pretty well, Court Lawson, who has 7. So of the 29 points that Princeton has, 24 of them have come at the hands of Laporte, Sousa, and Lawson. So that's where the bulk of the scoring has come so far for the Princeton Tigers. For the Boilermakers, their leading scorer on the season, Brady Clark, who's got double figures with 10. but they don't have a lot going on after that, Pat, as far as their scoring is concerned.
No, they don't. Princeton, shooting-wise, Princeton right now is 8 for 19 from twos and 2 for 4 from the three. They have 5 turnovers. The biggest thing that's hurt Princeton is they're 3 for 9 from the free throw line. So let's kill them. But overall, they played a really good half.
Yeah, they really have. They've done what they can. In fact, the three-pointers in this ball game, and we have only seen a few, have been brought to us by In-Home Healthcare Connection and IHCC Hospice, providing home health, hospice, and caregiver services. We had a few heat checks in this game as well, and I think the primary one of that has been Brady Clark, who's kind of throwing everything up there for the Kewanee Boilers, and he's been given it a heat check. As far as that is concerned, whether you're too hot or too cold, remember, Town and Country Services is doing whatever it takes to keep you comfortable this winter season. Time for our halftime show, sponsored by McDonald's of Princeton. Everyone needs a break. Make yours McDonald's of Princeton with a late-night drive-through service. It's McDonald's on Main Street, just south of I-80 in Princeton. We're going to work in another break. When we come back, we'll have the Princeton Chevy GMC second half adjustments coming your way right after this on 103.9 WLPO.
Hey there, Princeton Tiger fans. If you're in search of the absolute best meats in the area, look no further than Wyatt Meat Locker. Not only do they proudly support Princeton Tiger basketball, but they also offer a mouth-watering selection of steak boxes, roasts, pork chops, sausage, chicken, and more. And here's the kicker. They even have specialty sausage and cheese boxes, perfect for hosting the big game next month. Wyatt Meat Locker is your go-to spot for top-quality, flavorful meats. Swing by their full-service meat counter or check out WyattLocker.com for more information. Go Tigers!
Coolmaster, the area's leading home improvement company for more than 60 years, wants to help you with your remodeling project. Reduce your energy consumption year-round with Coolmaster's selection of high-quality, Energy Star-rated windows and doors. Coolmaster also provides high-quality siding, soffit, glass showers, and 3-season rooms. Call 223-8972 for a free estimate or visit the Coolmaster showroom on 2nd Street in downtown LaSalle. Coolmaster, the Illinois Valley's leader in window and door replacement.
Are you tired of asking mom and dad for money? Well, so are they. McDonald's in Spring Valley, Princeton, and Mendota have immediate openings for both full and part-time positions on all shifts. Plus, with Archways to Opportunity, McDonald's can help you succeed by earning your high school diploma, working toward college, or improving your English skills. Apply in person at the Spring Valley McDonald's on Route 6 in front of Hall High School, the Princeton McDonald's on North Main just off I-80, or the Mendota McDonald's. And be sure to try one of their new crispy chicken sandwiches. Locally owned and operated, McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer.
From Princeton to Ottawa, Mendota to Streeter, and everywhere in between, it's Starved Rock Local, 103.9 WLPO.
Back at Prouty Gym in Princeton, where the Tigers lead it over Kewanee 29-27 here at the halftime break. It's time for our Princeton Chevy GMC second half adjustment. You can make your second half a game changer. Make the winning adjustment with Princeton Chevy GMC, where performance meets precision. Dominate the road in style and power. Princeton Chevy GMC, where the customer always wins. Well, Pat, if you're the Princeton Tigers and Jason Smith right now, what are you thinking about? I know what I think, but tell me.
Keep Laporte on the court. He's got, he had 2 fouls. He didn't play it all the second quarter. And, the positive is you're up 2 points right now. So hopefully you get him back for the third and fourth quarter. And you got to get him involved. But he's also got to be a lot smarter and not pick up the fouls. And don't even put yourself in those chances when you're dribbling into traffic.
I think one of the things that has become evident is Kewanee has not been able to match up with Court Lawson as he makes moves offensively. I think if he continues to do that, he's going to have some passing lanes to get some people open as well here in the second half. I think he has to stay aggressive.
Well, I question why they're guarding him so far out.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're that far and that close to him, if he does blow by you, you have no help. So it's like, why are you getting that far out? And that benefits Princeton if they want to do that.
And as on the other side, Brady Clark, I think, has to look to pass the ball a little bit more. He seems like he's intent on putting the ball up as soon as he gets it.
Well, but he's been their go-to guy all year, and
Yeah.
right now he's only got 10 points. If he has a decent second half, he'll probably end up with 30. So, I mean, if you're Kewanee, he's got to keep on going and attacking the basket.
We're going to work in one more break. When we come back, second half activity here from Prouty Gym in Princeton, where the Tigers lead it over the Boilermakers by a score of 29-27 here at the halftime break.
Official contest rules for WLPO are brought to you by Kilday Baxter & Associates. There's never any purchase necessary, but you must be a legal U.S. resident and, unless otherwise specified, at least 18 years old to win. Winners agree to use of their likeness for promotion and may be liable for taxes. Starbuck Media is not responsible for prizes that become unavailable, nor do we warrant any prize. Specific contest rules available at starvrock.media. Have fun playing and winning. And for accounting and tax services, count on Kilday Baxter & Associates in Oglesby.
My brother-in-law died suddenly. And now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $40 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $18 a month, a savings of nearly $300 a year.
Whether you need a $100,000 policy or a $10 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. In a hurry? Don't worry. With SelectQuote, you can get up to $2 million in instant, affordable, same-day coverage with no medical exam.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-637-9116. That's 1-800-637-9116. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-637-9116.
Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
An Illinois Valley tradition for sports continues on 103.9 WLPO. Starved Rock News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
Out of the break between halves, Reinhardt gets the pass from Laporte after an earlier miss from Phillips and is able to nail a three to give Princeton the lead back out now by 5.
That foul is called on Sosa. That's his second. So it's going to be interesting. 3 players right now for Princeton with 3.
Inbound play coming here. They get it to Clark. He's got Lawson on him way outside. Now he sticks his dribble for a second and has to give it back over to Johnston. To the outside. There's a stutter step move by Wellgott. Can't get a shot away. Still in the paint. Throws it up there with a little baby hook and gets it to go. Blaze Lewis.
That took a long time to develop. Now Kewanee's going in their press.
Yeah, first time we've seen that here tonight. They like to try and turn people over, but Lawson right through it. Gets it outside. Now Reinhardt open for another 3. Book it. Big bomb by Reinhardt.
He's got 8 points. 6 in the last about 30 seconds.
35-29, Princeton. Here's Clark. Might have gotten away with an extra step in there and was able to power it up.
But he's also trying to go after Laporte to get number 3 on him.
Princeton lead now cut back down to 4. Here's Phillips as he tries to drive the baseline. He's fouled. I think they called it on Clark again. That'd be his second.
It's his second, yep.
Inbound play coming here for the Tigers. Reinhardt to do the duties. Gets it into Laporte. Way out front to Phillips, who resets the offense now. Sousa faked the 3. Now right back out front to Lawson. Lawson dribbles his man into a screen, but then can't really do anything with it. Gets it to Laporte. Spin move in the paint, leaves it short. Look at Sousa, though. Fight for the rebound, puts it up and in. He's kind of like a little junkyard dog out there, and he's looking for the scraps, and he's able to pick that one up and power it in. He's got 11. First Princeton player in double figures tonight. 37-31. Here's Clark again into a double team. Pops it off the glass, and it goes anyway.
I told you got to keep him in check.
Yeah, you do. He's feeling it right now.
Right now there's a little pressure.
Still in the backcourt with it are the Tigers. Lawson gets it ahead. There's Phillips in transition, takes it in with a little finger roll. He gets it to go. 39-33 Tigers. 4:50 for the third.
That might be the third on
could that be on Laporte? I think it might be.
Or Lawson. Nope, it's on Lawson.
It's a break for Princeton right there. First foul on Lawson is the second on Princeton here in the third quarter. But this is a shooting foul anyway, and the free throw is good.
I will go on record and say that Clark will not break the assist record at Kewanee.
I'm going to say you're probably right. He likes to, when he gets the ball, he's got one thing on his mind. That's putting it up. Makes both free throws here.
He's at 16 on the night.
39-35 Tigers. Now they're going to run and trap, it looks like here. What is that, a 1-3-1? Yeah. Skip across. Reinhardt open for three, a little bit farther out than he'd been on the other ones, and it's a little long. Back the other way comes Lewis. To the outside, three ball, rimming no. Ripped down, Johnston puts it back up. Rebound now by Sousa, and a travel call on Lawson.
You know, as good as Princeton's played, they're only up 4 points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just seems like that they played so well that they should be up 10 to 12
This
points.
is a very good Kewanee team.
Right. So Kewanee's just like hanging around.
Yep. There's Blaze Lewis with the basketball. Now gives it up over to Welgott. Welgott nearly went out of bounds, and then gets it over to Johnston, who has it spiked away from him by Sousa, and out of bounds back to Kewanee here.
I'll say one thing, Laporte's very active with his hands.
He is. Inbound play coming here. Welgott has it out front. Now there's a bomb for you, and that's an air ball thrown up there by Blaze Lewis. And I can't imagine Matt Clark, his coach, is very happy with that one.
I don't know if he realized that there's 4 minutes left to go before the third quarter ends.
Wasn't the end of the third. It was 4 minutes to go in the third.
There is no shot clock either.
No, I don't think so. It's been talked about for a long time. It never happened in high school.
It will soon.
It will. Here's Laporte. Good skip pass comes across, but
Kewanee staying the 1-3-1.
Now Lawson throws it away. Back the other way. Here's Conley taking it in and laying it in. Braden Conley, the 6'2 junior. And the Princeton lead cut to 2.
When Lawson threw it up, he just like gave up.
Oh, yeah.
You got to hustle back on defense.
Yep.
Now they're going back to man-to-man.
Yeah, here's Phillips out front. Way out there is Sousa. Lob to Laporte, and he's just butchered as he goes up to try and grab the pass.
That might be a huge foul right there.
Could be on Clark. It is. That's his third. Subs coming in now for.
He's staying in though.
Yeah, he's staying in the ball game. A major substitution, a line change almost for Kewanee here. Off the inbound play, here's Reinhardt. He takes it inside, can't get it to go. Tipped up and in by Laporte. The big hand just came flying out of nowhere, and Laporte's in double figures now with 10.
You got to check him off the boards.
Yeah, he was up there.
He's active.
41-37, Tigers. Inside 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Here's Clark. Gets a little pick out front. Now gives it up over to Cashin. Ellerbrock, who flips one up wildly over his head, and Laporte grabs the rebound like he's picking cherries off a tree. Brings it up now himself. Looks to throw it to the wing, and he throws it away. Loose on the floor, still loose on the floor, finally picked up by Kewanee.
8 turnovers on Princeton, 3 in this quarter.
Lewis gets it to Ellerbrock, and that time Laporte had to back away because he's afraid of
there might be blood.
Blood on the floor, yeah. They're checking it out.
Or they're checking something because it was referee's timeout.
One of the Kewanee players, in fact, it was Clark apparently, must be bleeding a little bit. Take him out for a moment. 41-39, 2:20 remaining here in the third quarter. Princeton with the basketball here. Kewanee really switches up their defense almost every time down. They're back in a man-to-man here. Here's Phillips. Gives up his dribble, needs some help. Nobody's breaking to help him.
Could be close to a 5 count.
And they just take a timeout. That's Coach Smith.
If you're Phillips, I don't know why you picked up your dribble right there.
No, I thought he thought somebody was coming to him. And a timeout taken here by Princeton with 2:06 remaining here in the third quarter. Princeton with a 2-point, 41-39 lead. We're back after this timeout.
When a play breaks down on the basketball court, you've got the rest of the game to make up for it. When something breaks down at home, you need prompt and professional service. Town & Country Services has their phones manned 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so your problems and questions are all taken care of promptly and professionally. Town & Country offers free estimates and affordable rates, are licensed professionals, and have been a staple in the Illinois Valley since 1919. When you need prompt professional service, call Town & Country Services in Tonka or Princeton.
Town & Country Services.
Not all local is created equal. This is Starved Rock Local, 1039 WLPO.
Rick and Pat back at Princeton High School. Here's a score for you. Early on, first quarter, Bulls lead it over the Charlotte Hornets. That's Charlotte, 16-8, the score in that one early on. Not too many other scores really going yet.
No, we don't have much with the girls' scores either.
Yeah. Also in the NBA, the Thunder leads it over the Wizards, 6:36 for the first quarter, 18-13 the score in that one. Scoreboard update brought to us by SITK Kitchen and Bath.
Now they're going back to man again, Kewanee is.
There's Lawson with it. Nice stutter step move. He just takes it in and lays it in. He really used Cottrell Reed. Reed was thinking he's going to the middle of the floor, and he went the opposite way and had a clear path to the basket. Lawson's had a nice ball game.
Yeah,
he's got 9.
I don't know where the help was on that at all either.
Reed nearly lost it there. In fact, he did lose it.
Good pressure there by Princeton.
He tried to get it to Ellerbrock, who had no way of really holding on to that one. So Sousa will inbound it right near the Kewanee bench. His team, Tigers, holding a 4-point lead here at the 1:35 mark of the third quarter. There's Lawson. No real pressure on him by Reed right now. I think he's a little gun shy after getting used the last time. Lawson again in traffic, can't get it to go. Looked like Laporte was going to have the rebound. He had it swatted out of his hands, and it'll go back to Princeton here under their attacking basket. Inbound play coming. Still looking. They finally get it inbounds to Reinhardt, who gets it to Laporte. He takes one up there. It looks awkward, but he gets it to go off the glass, and it went in. He's got a dozen now, does Noah Laporte.
Kewanee needs an answer right here.
Laporte averages 22 a game. 45-39 Tigers. And a travel call. That was interesting. Blaze Lewis called for a travel when it looked like he was tied up for a moment.
I thought it was going to be a jump ball.
Yeah. Interesting. We've had a few interesting calls in this game.
We have interesting calls all the time.
We do. Minute to go here in the third quarter. 45-39 Princeton. Lawson looks to Laporte in traffic, takes it up strong. No. Gets his own rebound before he can go back up with it. He's fouled. It might be on Ellerbrock.
They're saying before the shot.
Yeah, it was before the shot. It is on Ellerbrock. That's his second.
Clark's
I think that's the third of the quarter against Kewanee. Inbound play coming here. Here's Laporte. Fakes the handoff now and throws it away. Nice job by Clark. He's playing like he was a defensive back on that one. Got the INT and then took it coast to coast for the basket.
10 turnovers right now on Princeton.
Clark with 18 now. Leads all scorers in this game. Under 30 seconds to go for the third. Looks like Princeton wants to hold for the last shot if they can.
Now they go to the 1-3-1.
Yep, well, Reinhardt can stand out there all by himself and kill the rest of the clock if he wants to. Nobody's coming for him. We're down to 13 seconds. 10. Now the Tigers go into some motion. Down to 5 seconds to go here. Good look inside. Sousa is just butchered as he tries to go up with the shot.
We got people hanging around all over the place.
You know what's funny? I'm not sure if he was able to actually get into the act of shooting.
I think he was on the ground, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's gonna be out of bounds with 7/10 of a second. So that is actually in effect a pretty good foul.
Right.
By Kewanee right there. It was the first foul on Cottrell Reed. On the inbound play.
Traveled.
They say he traveled? They say the clock didn't start quickly enough, and I wondered with only 7/10, he pretty much had to catch and shoot right there, and he took an extra little step, and that's not going to count. So we played through 3/4 of this one. It's been an interesting game all the way. Nobody's led it by much. Right now, Princeton leads it by 4 as we head to the final period here at Prouty Gym. Princeton 45 and Kewanee 41.
Princeton Tiger fans, if you're in search of the absolute best meats in the area, look no further than Wyatt Meat Locker. Not only do they proudly support Princeton Tiger basketball, but they also offer a mouth-watering selection of steak boxes, roasts, pork chops, sausage, chicken, and more. And here's the kicker. They even have specialty sausage and cheese boxes, perfect for hosting the big game next month. Wyatt Meat Locker is your go-to spot for top-quality, flavorful meats. Swing by their full-service meat counter or check out WyattLocker.com for more information. Go Tigers!
At First State Bank, we understand the importance of peace of mind when it comes to finances. This is Jan, and at First State Bank, we offer you safe and secure banking solutions backed by the FDIC, ensuring your deposits are protected up to the maximum limit. Large cash balances can also be covered through our CEDARS and ICS service. Just ask us how. As a community bank, we believe in the power of local decisions and serving our communities with personalized services. Visit us at any of our locations or online at firststatebank.biz and let us give you the peace of mind that comes with banking with First State Bank. Member FDIC.
Listen on FM 1039, AM 1220 with the free WLPO app, or ask your smart speaker to play 1039 WLPO. Starved Rock News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
Kewanee gets the basketball and an air ball thrown up there by Blaze Lewis. It goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Princeton here.
That's his second air ball.
Yeah. Now they got a wet spot out there on the floor looking for a towel to kind of dry that up. I want to remind you a couple of things. First of all, our presenting sponsor for tonight's ball game is Wyatt Meat Locker. Appreciate them being on board tonight. If they want to bring us over a few steaks, that would be great. Mike likes his medium well. And also, First State Bank will have our Player of the Game award for us after this one's over with. Long way to go, though. 7:35 remaining in the regulation in this contest. And now the ball nearly thrown away, goes out of bounds and back to Princeton.
I don't know why Phillips is trying to make that pass.
I don't know.
The save pass is right back to Reinhardt.
Devontae Jordan and Cottrell Reed are very quick, and they just want you to try and pass across the front of that defense.
And here's the thing is, Princeton, if they're smart, they just hold it until they come out.
Yep.
See, now Kewanee's coming out a little bit.
But they drop right back into the zone.
Right, they're in a 2-3.
And Princeton's got the ball. They've got the lead. They're not in any hurry right here. Here's Reinhardt. Spins away from a man. Now gives it up to Lawson. Look to Laporte. Can't get it to him. Back to Reinhardt. To Phillips. Princeton just playing a little perimeter game right now. We're down to 7 minutes to go. Tigers lead it by 4. Court Lawson on the left-handed dribble. Gives up his dribble now. Whistles a pass over to Reinhardt as Kewanee kind of stays back into that matchup zone. Now Reinhardt says, oh, if you want me to shoot, I will. Didn't get it to go, but Laporte got the rebound, muscled it up and in. Wow.
Not sure you wanted that 3, but it's okay when Laporte's down there to get the rebound.
He has 14 now. There's Cordell Reed, and he's going to get called for a travel. A changed pivot foot.
Yeah, he did.
In the middle of the lane there. I heard Coach Matt Clark talking a little bit about some of his players on a podcast, and he said Reed can be great, and sometimes he does things like that. And now a reach foul is going to be called on Clark, and that's his 4th. Oh, no, they didn't.
It's on 11.
They called it on Reed instead, but Clark was there. Second on Cottrell Reed. That's the first one of this quarter, if I remember correctly.
I believe you're correct.
Here's Lawson with the basketball. Now to Phillips, way outside the arc on the right side. He's guarded over there by Reed. There's Lawson. Whistles a pass over to Reinhardt, who passes up the 3 this time. Look inside to Laporte. Double teams. Kiska pass to Sousa. And then they just reload the offense. Nice patience, though, by
Rourke
Princeton.
Down there.
Oh, excuse me, Rourke. He played well in the first half. You're right. A bunch of these Princeton players are football players. They all dyed their hair blonde. It's tough to pick them out. Here's a wide open shot. Reinhardt says, thank you very much, I'll take it. He's got 11. It's a third Princeton player, I believe, in double figures. Shot no good. Rebound taken down by Laporte.
I think if you're Princeton right now, run some clock.
Yep.
You got.
Now they're going to come out and play man-to-man. You got to get some screen action going here. They just tripped Laporte, and or not Laporte, but Lawson, and he lost the ball. And then Clark goes the other way and lays it in. That's a pretty tough no call right there.
Well, that was a big possession. Because
sure it was.
You're up 9, and now it's down to 7. You still have the ball. Well, like I said, run some clock.
I'm all for not calling everything like that, but when it directly affects the play, you pretty much have to call a foul. There's Lawson just throws the ball up there. I'm not sure what he was doing.
He almost had a travel there, too.
And in transition, Clark avoids the contact, puts it in. Timeout, Princeton.
Just a second ago, what I say, they're up 9. They had the ball. Run some clock. All of a sudden,
now the lead
comes.
Now the lead's right back to 4. 4:39 remaining in the ball game. With the score, 5, Princeton 50, and Kewanee 45. We're back after this reminder.
Ever feel your financial company is more about them than you? More focused on profits than customer service? That is not the case at the Illinois Valley Credit Union. At IVCU, the focus is on you. Illinois Valley Credit Union is in the business of helping you realize your dreams with low-interest loans that best match your financial needs. Get the lowest rate when you finance or refi your car, motorcycle, or RV with IVCU. If you live, work, or worship in LaSalle, Bureau, or Putnam counties, you can become an IVCU member. See more at IVCU.com with the emphasis on you. IVCU member NCUA.
Start your day with Rod and Tom. Then get updates throughout the day on 103.9 WLPO. Starved Rock News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
You'll be able to tune in tomorrow morning to WLPO to Rod and Tom, and they'll have road condition reports, assuming that we're going to have some of the quote-unquote white death on the road, as Rod Thorson would say.
Yeah, we haven't heard of any reports of anything going on right now. Not sure if it's snowing out or not. We've been in this gym since, what, 3:30?
3:30 or so, yeah. Got here early to get set up. Princeton has the basketball. They'll walk it over the timeline. Here's Lawson. Hand off to Phillips. Way out front. Now to Reinhardt. Reinhardt would like to get it to Laporte, but they got people all over him. Now they get it to him up near the free throw line extended. Here's Laporte. Gives it up. Reinhardt open for 3 again. Book it. Give the assist to Laporte. Give the basket to Reinhardt.
He's got 14.
And a reach-in foul is going to be called on Sousa here.
He's his third.
Number 24, Daniel Sousa.
First foul of the period against Princeton, though, with 4:05 remaining in regulation here. In transition, shot by Clark, rimming no. They keep it alive. Shot to the outside for 3, no. Princeton gets it back again. Another shot for 3, this time still outside, and the ball bouncing all over. Princeton finally comes up with it. Laporte gets it, and he's knocked down and fouled in the backcourt. Well, long shots mean long rebounds, and that ball was bouncing around like a super ball out there.
Yeah, Kewanee had 3 shots, or 4 shots on that. They came up with nothing.
Exactly. They called that on Welgott, I believe. That's his second. Third against Kewanee here in the final period. With it outside is Phillips. A lot of pressure on him. Finally give the ball back over to Lawson. Going to be a foul called as that was Blaze Lewis, who just ran right over the top of Phillips, who was trying to set a screen for Lawson. So Lewis picks up the personal foul here. That's his second. I said that was 3 before. That was the third team foul against Kewanee. Now they try and get it to Laporte. Loses the handle on it for a moment. Spins inside. Puts it up on an up and under move and gets it to go with a little English. That's 16 now for Laporte. And a timeout taken by Kewanee here with 3:09 remaining in the ball game, and a 55-45 lead. This, I think, might equal the biggest lead that Princeton's had on the night.
Is.
See if we can pick up any more scores for you, courtesy of our friends at SITK Kitchen and Bath, and sponsor scoreboard updates all season for us.
We got one girls score. It's Hall 27, Bureau Valley 22. That's at half.
In the NBA right now, Bulls leading it early in the second period against the Hornets 26-25. And the Celtics lead it over the Pacers at the end of the first quarter, 34-33 in NBA play tonight. Not much going on as far as college basketball. There is a nice college football game that'll be probably just underway about right now. Michigan and Washington for the college football championship for this season.
I think there's going to be a lot of points scored there.
Yep. Here's Kewanee with the basketball here. Throwing it up, shot, a wild one by Lewis, but Johnston bailed him out with a rebound. Long ball is good by Blaze Lewis. And now Princeton takes a timeout.
No,
period.
actually it was Kewanee.
Was it Kewanee? Okay.
Yes.
So Kewanee down now.
7.
Down 7. I'm trying to see how many timeouts they have. It's tough to pick it up from here.
Both
Looks
teams
like they have
3 timeouts.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, no, now 2. I'm sorry.
2 for Kewanee now as they get down to the timeout right there.
But I think what you're going to do is you're going to see Kewanee. They want to set up their press right now. They need to turn the ball over a few times.
Yeah.
Princeton, like I said earlier, has 10 turnovers.
By the way, that three-pointer is brought to us by In-Home Healthcare Connection and IHCC Hospice, providing home health, hospice, and caregiver services. Locally owned, In-Home Healthcare Connection and IHCC Hospice is here for you. Find out more at ihcc.care. And the heat check, and probably should have taken a heat check on that one, but Blaze Lewis just lined it up. Heat checks are brought to us by Town and Country Services. Whether you're too hot or too cold, remember Town and Country is doing whatever it takes to keep you comfy and cozy.
Reinhardt's had 4 heat checks, so he's been...
Yeah, he has. He's had his share tonight. Good balance in the scoring department for Princeton tonight. They've got 3 in double figures, and Lawson sitting at 9 as well.
And here we go with...
full court trap.
Yep.
Get it ahead to Laporte. In transition, takes it in, lays it in. That's why sometimes they can be tough to press, because
You're
Laporte will just take it himself. Here's Clark trying to answer down there. Shot rejected by Laporte, chased down by Reinhardt. Wow, he came off like he was jumping on a pogo stick. Phillips thought about pulling the trigger on a 3. Instead, he gets it over to Laporte.
Right now. Just take care of the ball. That's all you have to do.
Down to 2:12 to go. 57-48 in favor of Princeton. 3-possession game. Now they try and force it inside. Bad pass by Laporte. Taken away by the Boilers. Now a runner that time, an awkward-looking shot by Blaze Lewis, but he gets it to go down. He's in double figures now with 10. And now a reach in the backcourt is going to be a foul against Princeton.
Timeout at Princeton.
Okay, we'll keep it here with 1:53 to go. And remind you that if, and that's a big if, everything's good tomorrow night, we'll be right back here at Princeton. Scheduled for a 7 o'clock tip-off as the Ottawa Pirates come to town to take on the Tigers, but don't hold your breath on that one right now.
Yeah, that would be an interesting matchup because Ottawa is not scoring real well right now.
No, they are not. They only scored 29 against LaSalle Peru on Friday night. 57-50 Princeton. They have the basketball here. So they're saying that the timeout was taken before anything was inbounded, so Reinhardt can run the baseline. Gets an inbounds to Lawson, who's immediately double-teamed. He's got to keep the ball moving against this kind of a trap, and they turn it over to Princeton. To the outside, a long 3-ball, good, not good this time, by Lewis. Forcing it up.
That's not what you want down there.
Well, that's not at all what you want to do. Clark tried to put it back up and in. Didn't get the hoop, but he did go to. He's going to go to the free throw line here, and that foul is on Sousa. That's his 4th.
And I don't know why Lawson's holding on the ball so long.
I don't know. It's got to move.
You know what's coming at you.
Way short that time by Clark. We get one more here. He's got 22 on the night.
It's a big miss right there.
It is.
You're down 7. He's missed short
Second
again.
toss also short. And Laporte gets the rebound, and he's kind of tied up over there by Welgott. I don't understand why there was not a foul called. Now the ball almost thrown away again by Princeton, but they get it into the front court. Phillips has got to move with the ball, and he's fouled way out front.
Princeton's holding on the ball too long.
Yeah, they really are.
They got to get rid of it quick. They're being trapped every time, so somebody's open.
Blaze Lewis picked up that personal foul. I think that's his third. He's the second leading scorer on this Kewanee team tonight with 10. Clark leads them with 22. Off the inbound play, and Laporte, before he can get it to the hoop, is fouled out front, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 now. This is bonus time for...
That's his 4th.
Clark just picked up his 4th, and that is the 5th team foul. So from here on out, Princeton shoots 2 every time they get fouled.
Lawson's 1 for 2 from the line.
Again, you don't have to worry about the 1-and-1s anymore. Everything's a 2-shot foul once you get to this point, and free throw no good by Lawson. He'll get one more. 57-50 with 1 minute and 24 seconds to go. Princeton with the lead. Trying to get their season mark back to 500 here.
Both teams have 2 timeouts.
Second free throw by Lawson, still no good. Rebound loose on the floor, picked up by Kewanee. Those are big misses right there.
Well, both teams have missed major free throws.
Here's Clark with a 3-ball, no good. Reinhardt gets the rebound, ahead to Laporte. Bring it ahead to Phillips. In transition, takes it in, couldn't get it to go, but he's fouled. Didn't need to go to the basket there. You just need to pull it back out and run clock.
Yeah, I agree. It's you against the clock right now. You're up 7 with
You've got enough points to win if you can run the clock now. So Phillips goes back to the line now for 2. That personal foul was on Welgott. That's his 3rd. So Phillips, I believe, was at the line earlier.
He was 1 for 2.
And knocks in the first one. Still only a 3-possession game, regardless of what he does here. With the 3-ball, you can always get back into it. Both free throws are good by Phillips. 59-50 Princeton. Tick down for the 1-minute mark here for the ball game. There's Welgott with it, nearly lost it, and a foul called on Laporte.
Why?
Why would he be doing that? That's his 3rd. He picked up 2 very early in this game and hadn't had another one until right there.
But he's played a quarter, well, almost 2 full quarters here.
And it also is not putting Kewanee in the bonus yet. That's only the 3rd team foul of the period against Princeton. So they've got one more before they put Princeton at the line for the bonus.
I believe the sophomore game must have got over because it looks like a lot more people hanging around here.
Here's Clark with the basketball. We're 54 seconds to go. There's another floater in the lane knocked down by Lewis, and another quick timeout taken by Kewanee here. Lewis with 12 now.
I'm very surprised. That was a nice shot, but I thought they would kick out to Clark for the 3. They need the 3-ball right now.
Yeah. See, that didn't help them because there's still a 3-possession game right now. I mean, you take what you can get, but not exactly what you'd have in mind as far as that part of it is concerned. Still trying to get some more scores for you, but we're kind of ahead of a lot of the games right now.
Into the first quarter, it's the Hornets 25, the Bulls 24.
We've actually got an update on that one. 6 minutes, 41 seconds to go in the first half. Bulls up 33-28 over the Hornets now.
Okay.
And with 8:16 remaining in the first half, Celtics lead it over the Pacers in Indianapolis, 43-42. Scoreboard updates brought to us by SITK Kitchen and Bath. Princeton band sounding pretty good tonight.
They really are. It's probably the biggest band we see on the,
They in Ottawa, I would say, yeah.
Yeah.
Ottawa, the award-winning pep band that they have over there.
Well, if you're Princeton, get the ball in, be strong with the ball.
Yep. Still looking. They try to get it to Reinhardt. And there's a 5 count right there. I'm not sure why they wouldn't have taken a timeout. Coach Smith is down there yelling timeout, but...
Yeah, and they have 2 timeouts.
Yeah, they have 2. Now they just give the ball over. No time comes off the clock.
Still got 50 seconds left in the game.
50 and a half to be precise, yeah. Blaze Lewis to inbound it here. Still looking, and the ball stolen away by Phillips, but he runs out of real estate and then flips it to the other end of the floor. But that still ran some more time off the clock, and now they'll have to go the length of the floor almost.
No, it comes back here.
It depends where he stepped out of bounds. I thought the ball didn't go out of bounds until down there. I think it's going to be adjusted.
Okay, he didn't call it out. Okay,
nope,
I thought he called it out here.
So it's down near the Princeton bench. I thought that was the case. Every once in a while, I'm right. Don't get used to it. Inbound play coming. Princeton trying to pressure in the backcourt. I'm not sure why.
So they don't walk it up?
Yeah, I guess. Now the shot from the outside, no good by Lewis for 3. Skip pass comes over to the outside, and Ellerbrock drains a 3 with 33.8 seconds to go. This game's not over yet. We're down to a 4-point ball game. That's 13 now for Ellerbrock. Ellerbrock just kind of hangs around the circle out there, and every once in a while they find him and he drills another 3. I think he's got, 3 threes or maybe 4?
He's got 3 threes.
Yeah. So that was the final timeout for Kewanee as far as that is concerned. But it's going to come down to Princeton having to make free throws.
Or that or get the ball in.
Unless they turn it over again.
Because right now, their last 2 possessions, they've had a hard time.
Princeton not playing like they did before at all.
No, and if you remember earlier, they threw the ball away, but Coach Smith called a timeout before they threw it away.
Yep.
So, I mean, you look, they're having a hard time against this press.
They are.
And I would question, why hasn't Kewanee done this earlier?
Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying.
Because now when you look and you're only down 4 points with like 24 seconds, it's
Yeah. Now, Princeton should be able to run the baseline here again on the inbound throw.
What surprised me is I would just post up Laporte right down here.
Yeah, just throw it up high and make somebody come and get it.
Get everybody out of there.
33.8 seconds to go. Princeton up by 4. Inbound play coming here. Knocked out of bounds by Cottrell Reed. 1 second went off the clock.
Actually, we still have 32, almost 33 seconds. This dangerous
There's the home run ball to Laporte. Is he able to chase it down up front? Phillips has got knocked down way out front.
Intentional there.
Yeah, it really could have been. Take your pick. I think it might have been on Jordan. No, I take that back. It's on Cottrell Reed.
Kewanee foul number 11, Cottrell Reed.
So Phillips, who just made a couple of free throws moments ago, goes back to the line now. His team up 4, 27.7 seconds remaining.
He's 3 for 4 from the line.
Missed one in the first half. First free throw is good. Again, this will still only be a 2-possession game, even if he makes this one.
But the key is Kewanee's out of timeout, so that hurts big time.
It does.
Favors Princeton.
Second free throw by Phillips, swerves in and out. Look at Sousa go after the rebound. Bring it to Lawson, across to Laporte, straight away to
Phillips.
Phillips.
Hot potato right now, get rid of it.
Keep moving the basketball if you're Princeton. And a reach-in foul is going to be called on Blaze Lewis, I believe, and that will be his 4th.
Phillips loves to hold the ball.
Yeah, he does.
But he's right now 4 for
6.
4 for 6 from the line.
This is not a great free throw shooting team. Princeton shoots only 56% as a team. Phillips misses the free throw there. Get one more here. 15.7 seconds remaining. Free throw's good. 61-55 Tigers. And they put a little pressure on in the backcourt. And nearly thrown away. Here comes Clark back the other way with it.
They get foul right now. Yeah. But now they're going to call it a shooting foul.
I don't think they can call that a shooting foul. Phillips fouled him. It would only be the 4th team foul. It's out of bounds.
Okay.
7.4 seconds. So that actually is a good foul right there by Phillips.
Right.
Now the next one would put Kewanee at the free throw line. Flip it to the outside. Here's Wellgott. Tosses up a 3 shot, no good. Fights for the rebound. Dump pass inside. Missed by Lewis, and that'll do it. Final score. Princeton 61, Kewanee 55. Big win for the Tigers on their home floor tonight in a conference game against the conference leaders. Got a break to work in. We come back, we'll have the most valuable player of the game for the Princeton Tigers. We'll also have Pat's look at the final numbers. Won by Princeton tonight, 61-55 over Kewanee.
When a play breaks down on the basketball court, you've got the rest of the game to make up for it. When something breaks down at home, you need prompt and professional service. Town & Country Services has their phones manned 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so your problems and questions are all taken care of promptly and professionally. Town & Country offers free estimates and affordable rates, are licensed professionals, and have been a staple in the Illinois Valley since 1919. When you need prompt professional service, call Town & Country Services in Tonka or Princeton.
Town & Country Services.
The biggest games and the best matchups are on 103.9 WLPO. Starved Rock News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
Rick and Pat back at Princeton High School, where the Princeton Tigers have just defended their home court with a tough win over the Kewanee Boilers by a final score of 61-55. We've got to talk a little bit in a couple of minutes about the First State Bank Player of the Game coming up, and also the final numbers. But we need to work in one more break before we do that. Time with the Princeton win tonight, they go to 8-8 and go to 4-1 in conference play, while Kewanee goes to 11-6 on the season, and they are now 2-1 in conference play. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this timeout.
Hey there,
Everything
Princeton
that's been
Tiger.
going on locally with healthcare, wouldn't it be nice to have someone you can count on to be there for your loved one? You can count on In-Home Care Connection. If you have a loved one that you're caring for at home or are in need of hospice care, In-Home Care Connection is just that, a connection that can give you peace of mind when you need it most. If you need home health, caregiver, or hospice services, call In-Home Care Connection, serving the Illinois Valley and Bureau Valley communities, or check out their website, ihcc.care.
Are your kitchen appliances ready for an upgrade? Let our mom help you find just the right appliances.
Hi, this is Heather from Grazier's in McNabb. From built-in ovens, electric ranges, microwaves, and full-size refrigerators. And with brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid, you know you're getting great quality.
Grazier's can deliver and install your new appliances. So all you have to worry about, cookies to bake first. Call or stop by Grazier's today and let our mom help you make your kitchen the envy of the neighborhood.
Score big savings at Princeton Chevy GMC, where slam dunk deals are their specialty. Drive home in a winning ride that'll make you feel like an MVP. Fast brakes, fast approvals. Princeton Chevy GMC's team will assist you every step of the way. Your dream car is just a three-pointer away. At Princeton Chevy GMC, your proud supporter of high school basketball, their newly remodeled showroom is your court for finding the perfect ride. Slam dunk deals, hometown pride, and a winning lineup await you. Score big and drive local at Princeton Chevy GMC, where community and quality meet on the road.
If Tom Petty, Bob Seeger, and John Mellencamp are some of your favorite players, stick around after the game. 103.9 WLPO. Starved Rock News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
Rick Sipovic, Pat Chenote back at Princeton High School, where the Tigers have just dispatched the Kewanee Boilers by a score of 61-55. Now for time for the player of the game, brought to us by First State Bank. locally owned, committed to exceptional service and banking products like Zelle and on-the-go mobile banking. To learn more about contact the winning team at First State Bank, member FDIC. And the voters have voted, and the player of the ball game for tonight, as he has been many times this season, is Noah Laporte. Right, Pat?
Absolutely. Laporte, big game. He had 18 total points, and I'm sure he had double-double with rebounds.
When you consider he didn't even play in the second quarter due to some foul difficulty, that translates out to some pretty big numbers for Noah Laporte, although he's got a lot of help from his friends in this ball game, as Princeton had really good balance amongst the 5 starters.
I thought the difference was that Kewanee didn't take advantage of when Laporte was on the bench. I mean, Princeton just kept on staying right there with them, only like 2 4-point game, you know, and they didn't get a big lead. So, I mean, you take your hats off to Princeton. They played a great game.
Yeah, the starting 5, by the way, for Princeton scored all but 2 of their points in this ball game tonight. So good balance for that group. Now with a look at the final numbers in the Princeton victory here tonight is Pat Chenault.
Princeton ends up winning 61-55 over Kewanee. Princeton goes to 8-8. Kewanee goes 11-6. After the first quarter, Princeton was up 13-10. They extended their lead to 29-27 at halftime. Princeton outscored Kewanee 32-28 in the second half to take a final for a 61-55 point lead. Final numbers for Princeton tonight. They had 3 people in double figures. They had Laporte with 18, Reinhardt with 14, and Sosa with 11. 2-point, they were 8 for 19 from twos. They were 6 for 19 for threes. They were 7 for 18 from the free throw line with a total of 13 turnovers. Leading scorer for Kewanee was Clark. He led them with 22 points.
The free throw shooting nearly did Princeton in, but they were able to make just enough of them down the stretch to come away with the 6-point victory. Our thanks to Pat Chenault for color commentary and numbers tonight, and Mike Sabatini on the camera this evening. Also, our whole group back at the WLPO studios, always making things possible for us, including Michael Redmond back there. I'm Rick Sipovic here at Prouty Gym in Princeton, where the Tigers come away with a big conference win tonight, 61-55 over Kewanee. Good night, everybody.